Hello, Professor Pee-wee here from Einstein's Entertainers with another science experiment that you guys can do at home. Now today we are going to be talking all about these little things. And can you guess what these are? These are bees. Now bees are super important because what bees do is they pollinate. And what they do basically is they make sure that we have enough flowers and food that we can eat. Now, to explain pollination, what I'm going to do is we're going to be using these bees and I'm going to show you a little science experiment that you guys can do at home to explain pollination better. So what you're going to need for this experiment is you're going to need a bee template, which is available in the link below. You're also going to need a straw, some sticky tape, some scissors, so you might want an adult to help you with this experiment, and some glitter. Now we're using here biodegradable glitter because plastic glitter can really harm the environment. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut out your bee template. So let's have a go at that. There we have our bee cut out. Now I do apologise for my rather badly cut out bee, but don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. But what you can do at this stage is you could colour in your bee if you wanted to. You can make it look more bee-like. So the next step that we need to do is we need to turn our bee over and we need to get our paper straw. And you're going to want to get your sticky tape and we need to stick the straw to the bee. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, so it's just so it's secure on the back. And now what we're going to do is we are now going to do some double-sided sticky tape. So what you want to do is you want to get out a large bit of sticky tape, a long bit, probably around about 6 centimetres. And then what you do is you do a big loop with it, and you loop it round. You kind of now got double-sided sticky tape. You now stick this on the wing of your bee, and then you want to do the same on the other side for the other wing. There we go. So we've now got our sticky tape in the middle holding on the straw, and then we've got our 2 double-sided sticky tapes on the wings. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use the glitter. So this glitter is going to represent pollen from different plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put different piles of pollen on this table. Different piles of glitter, which represents the pollen. Put that on there. Now what you guys might like to do is you might like to put them in different places around the garden or around the house if you ask your parents. So you can have like a little bee dance. So this is what we do when we do this in schools, is we get everyone with their bee and they have to go around and buzz like a little buzzy bee. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put another pile of glitter / our pollen there. Now you find pollen inside flower heads, and what happens are the bees fly along into the flower, and then what they do is they do a little dance and they try and get the nectar, and what happens is the pollen gets stuck to our bee and then they fly onto the next plant, and then the bee hasn't realised but it's transferred that pollen onto another plant. Now I'm going to show you this now. So now I want you to pick up your bee. Now what noise does a bee make? It goes oh, buzz. Now what I want you to do is I want you to buzz around the room with your bee, and you go ah, buzz, ah, buzz, buzz. And now what we're going to do is our bees are going to do little dances. You know when a bee goes into a plant and it does a little dance? I'm going to do that on the different pollens, okay, and the different piles of glitter. And make sure you get the wings into that glitter. Here we go, ah, buzz, and it does a little dance. And then it goes off and it flies off, goes buzz, 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 oh, buzz, 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 buzz. And then it flies into the next pollen and it goes buzz, 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 oh, buzz, 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 buzz. You do that, go, oh, buzz, 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 buzz. And then it goes off again and it flies into our next little pollen, into our next flower, and it gets the pollen and goes, oh, buzz, 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 oh, buzz, 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 buzz. And then it goes back, oh, buzz, 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 oh, buzz, buzz, buzz. And you can do that for as long as you want, as long as you get those wings into that pollen. And then, if you turn your bee around, you might be able to see that on the back of our bee, we have lots of different coloured glitters on here. Now that's because what's happened is the bee has travelled to all the different plants, all the different flowers, and it's got covered in pollen. And then what that bee does is, if we look into our little bits here, now if we look into our different piles of glitter / pollen, we can see little bits of different coloured glitters in each of those piles. That's because the bee has pollinated that plant. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed this little experiment today, guys, but don't worry, what we're going to be doing, if you want to know more about the garden and bees, is we are going to be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow on Friday, Good Friday, talking all about the garden and how bees are so important for the environment. Now, guys, I do hope you've had fun today, but don't forget to keep safe and to wash your hands. See you soon, guys!